Welcome back. Now that you've practiced the basics of mindfulness, we're going to explore how to be mindful when sad or depressed feelings arise. One thing to keep in mind is that our emotions come and go, just like weather patterns. We often think of our emotions as being permanent, like we sometimes think the weather is always going to be raining or always going to be sunny. But they too pass, emotions pass, just like weather passes. Some feelings can be overwhelming, but mindfulness will give you a tool to work with them as they arise. I like the acronym RAIN, RAINN. It stands for recognize, allow, investigate, nurture, and not identify with or not take so personally. Recognize means when we're having an emotion, can we name it? Can we notice what type of emotion it is and give it a label like fear or sadness or irritation or desire or jealousy or joy even? Allow means letting that emotion be there. From the perspective of mindfulness, every emotion we're having or have had is okay. What we do with that emotion is another matter. But from the mindfulness perspective, we try to allow that emotion to be there. Just be present with it and not consider it to be a problem. Investigate is not to think about the emotion. Why am I having this emotion? Is it something that happened to me in my past? And so on. Investigate means to feel in our body, to investigate in the moment, our direct experience, typically what's happening inside my body, such as my heart is racing, my stomach is clenched, my jaw is tight. There are always physical experiences happening when we're having an emotion, and it's helpful if we can to notice them. We also might notice what's happening in our mind, repetitive thoughts. We can pay attention through investigating our body and mind. The first N stands for nurture. Nurture means bringing some kindness to ourselves for whatever we're feeling. We're not the only one. This may not be easy to do, but it's something to at least aspire towards. Bringing a bit of kindness can be quite helpful. And the final N means not identify with or not take personally. Can we find a little space from our emotion, having it move from my emotion that's overwhelming me to the emotion that's moving through me? A little bit of a sense of witnessing more rather than being tangled up in it. We can practice RAIN in a longer meditation and also in shorter ways on the spot. And I'll give you some options on how to do this. We can try this RAIN practice when you're working with a challenging emotion. Find a comfortable position. And let's take a few breaths to help us return to the present moment, get more centered, grounded. And now let's find a part of our body that feels at ease. A part of our body that maybe there isn't any challenge or difficulty at the moment, such as your hands or feet. Maybe it even feels good, or at the very least neutral. So bring your attention to your hands or feet or wherever it is, feeling the warmth or tingling or ease. Now, what is the emotion you're dealing with right now? Let's start with the R and recognize it. Can you give it a label? Sadness, fear, irritation, loss, loneliness. Whatever it is, if you can find a word, but don't think too hard about it. Close enough is good enough. Now bring your attention back to that part of your body that feels at ease. Resting there. It could be your breath, feet on the floor, hands. If nothing feels at ease, you might even think about a place, a beautiful place you've been. Or if you want to open your eyes and look out the window, see something that is soothing. So we can practice with allow. Can we let this emotion be here? Just allowing it to be here in whatever way makes sense to you. Letting the sadness, the loneliness, the fear, just let it be here. Allow. If you notice you can't let it be here, notice what you're feeling. Maybe you don't like it, or you are fearful of the emotion. Then you have a new emotion here, so let's work with that. Allowing whatever is here to be here. Now bring your attention, make sure it's resting on your hands or feet or wherever is easeful at this moment. Could be image, memory, sight. And now let's investigate. Investigate. What do I feel in my body right now with this emotion? My heart is racing, my stomach is clenched, my jaw is tight, face is flushed. There's a tightness in some other part of my body. So we're just noticing, allowing what's here to be here. We might also notice thoughts coming by, thoughts connected to the emotion, and just let them be there. Get curious. And then come back to your hands or feet or wherever it's easy. And at your own time and pace, see if you can go back and forth between the easeful sensations and any challenges you're feeling in your body connected to this emotion. Tightness in my belly, beating heart. Just allow yourself to feel it and then come right back to the easy part, the place that feels soothing. Back and forth. Making sure to breathe. If you want to stay 99% of the time with your hands or feet and just 1% noticing the emotion, that's absolutely fine too. Now come back to the sensations at your hands or feet. Rest here for a moment. And now let's bring in the first N, nurture. See if you can offer yourself a little bit of kindness. Whatever you're feeling, it's not easy. Can you bring some compassion or just some gentleness to yourself? So many of us are struggling with this emotion. You're not the only one. And now bringing attention back to your hands or feet, or wherever is easy. And you might ask yourself, did I have a moment of non-identification or not taking this so personally? You may not be sure of the answer, but maybe there was a moment where you felt a little space, a little ease, a bit of a sense of, okay, it's just like weather passing through me. And if you did the 4 other steps, the R, the A, the I, and the N, you automatically had non-identification because you approached your emotion in a way that's not typical, not entangled, not lost in the emotion, but with a little bit of a kind witness. We can have the capacity to deal with difficult emotions through the support of mindfulness. Lastly, notice your whole body present. Just seeing how you're doing as we bring this meditation to a close. Bring a little kindness one more time, the N, the nurture. And then whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes or end the meditation. I hope you found this helpful. Feel free to come back to this meditation whenever you want to work with a difficult emotion. Feel free also to bring rain or any part of the rain sequence to your daily life. When you're having a difficult emotion, you might just pause and recognize, maybe investigate what's happening. And that's all you have time for, but just give it a try whenever you have a chance. I'll see you next time.